Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Micah Parsons drops attention-catching take on Cowboys defense. The Dallas Cowboys are 3-7, and even though they're mathematically still alive for a postseason berth, very few teams around the league feel as listless as America's team does. Dak Prescott is out for the season, Mike McCarthy's is on a seat so hot he's practically engulfed in flames on the sideline, and a defense that had been formidable each of the last few seasons has absolutely crumbled in 2024. Despite their record, there is one individual in Dallas who is holding out hope for the Cowboys this season. Earlier this week, star linebacker Micah Parsons boldly declared that the Cowboys were a damn good football team, and on Thursday he doubled down on this take, specifically noting that he believes Mike Zimmer's defense will end the season on a high note. In terms of how I believe we are and where we're going, by the end of this year, you're going to say Mike Zimmer didn't have all his pieces, but we sure did put a damn good defense together, Parsons said during a press conference, according to John Machota of The Athletic. And I can take that, because I know we can grow from that. Parsons has played in only 6 games this year after a Week 4 ankle injury against the Giants sidelined him for over a month. In those 6 games, the 3-time All-Pro has been limited to 3 sacks, which is well off the pace he set over the first 3 seasons of his career. In addition to not having Parsons for the entire month of October, Dallas also has been without 2023 interception leader Darren Bland all season. The remaining schedule won't be too kind to the Cowboys' defense. Dallas has a combined 5 games against Washington, Philadelphia, Cincinnati, and Tampa Bay remaining, all whom are among the 7 highest-scoring offenses in the NFL. And to make matters worse, a Cooper Rush-led offense has not even shown a glimpse of being able to keep pace with any opposing offense that can put up north of 14 points. Texans' defense dominates in 34-10 victory over Cowboys, propelling team forward. In Week 11, the Houston Texans delivered an impressive 34-10 victory over the Dallas Cowboys, largely thanks to their dominant defensive performance. The defense controlled the game, executing well and playing with exceptional energy, despite allowing one big play. Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans commended the defensive effort, noting how the team executed their game plan effectively, with the D-line applying significant pressure in the second half. He highlighted Derek Barnett's pivotal play as a game-changer that helped shift momentum and energize the team. The Texans have been a standout team in forcing turnovers all season, and they continued that trend against the Cowboys. This ability to capitalize on turnovers has been a key part of their defensive success and played a crucial role in their victory. Despite a less-than-ideal performance from the offense, the defense's ability to take control of the game kept the team competitive and put them in a strong position moving forward. Ryans acknowledged that the defense's resilience has been crucial, especially with the offense not consistently reaching its peak performance. The team's defensive dominance has allowed them to stay competitive, even when the offense has struggled. As they approach the second half of the season, the Texans' defense will remain a critical component of their strategy. Looking ahead, the Texans are set to face the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. With their defense continuing to shine, the team hopes to maintain their momentum and build on their strong performance as they enter the second half of the season. Fans can expect ongoing coverage of the Texans' progress as they strive to stay competitive in the league. Everybody seems to be talking in Texas. But they haven't been talking so much about the 2024 Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones talked about Deion Sanders. Michael Irvin and Colin Cowherd talked about Sanders and his son, Shadur. And Stephen A. Smith talked about Jones, comparing him to Joe Biden. Sometimes the only thing left to do with a franchise is shake your head. Could this be that year for the Cowboys? Smith took a wide-path swipe at Jones on First Take, according to a post on X by Awful Announcing. Stephen A. Smith: I'm getting very, very worried about Jerry Jones. Because the only thing that's worse than the team's play is his press conferences, or whatever you want to call it. I find myself thinking about Joe Biden before he backed out of running for re-election. I think Jerry's 1 month older than President Joe Biden, for crying out loud. And I'm looking at Jerry. And I find myself asking, where the hell is Stephen Jones? Where the hell are his family members? Jones harkened back to his first season as owner of the Cowboys, apparently searching for reasons to accept this season, according to ESPN.com. "We won 1 game my first year," Jones said. "One. And so have we had rough seasons?" "Yes. Yeah, I've been around. Certainly we have. And we've had other tough years. This one, we didn't anticipate the record. And the way we're playing right now, we wouldn't have anticipated that. You stay in this league long enough, you'll have times like this." Jones said the problem doesn't lie with Mike McCarthy. "That losing the team stuff, that's so overblown," Jones said. "These guys are so, first of all, they're natural competitors. Secondly, they're so proud of the fact that they are professional and disappointed in maybe the way they executed the play, but that's not anything that's brother or first cousin to give up. Everybody's certainly disappointed, but that's a big difference in not knowing that you got to put the foot in front of the other to go." Those seem like coherent comments. But apparently they aren't good enough for Stephen A. Smith. It's as if Jones' press conferences are inhibiting the offensive line from making blocks. Or perhaps they are keeping defenders from stopping opposing running backs. McCarthy said the whole thing is difficult to accept. "I think it's very frustrating," McCarthy said. "It's frustrating for everybody. Frustrating for the players, frustrating for the coaches. I know it's disappointing for the fans. We have a lot of moving parts going on, and we just have to be cleaner and more detailed in certain spots. We're not playing well enough, not executing well enough, coaching well enough to overcome some of the mistakes we're making in critical times of the game." The Cowboys enter Week 12 with a record of 3-7. Remaining on their schedule are 2 games against the Commanders, and 1 each against the Giants, Bengals, Panthers, Buccaneers, and Eagles. Jerry Jones names Deion Sanders' greatest skill that he could bring to NFL. The Deion Sanders Dallas Cowboys rumors feel never-ending these days, with seemingly every member of the NFL and college football media giving their 2 cents on what will happen in the coming months. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones was the latest to weigh in on the speculation, and while Jones appeared to throw cold water on the idea, he still offered the Colorado coach a surprising amount of praise. "I think we're way ahead of ourselves relative to when and if he decides to go into coaching in the NFL," Jones said on his weekly appearance on 105.3 The Fan. However, Jones noted in a hypothetical sense what factors NFL teams might take into consideration if they were to pursue Sanders. One of those factors was Sanders' unrivaled skill as a recruiter. "One of his greatest skills, that he really brings to college, is that he almost has no peer as far as being a recruiter," continued Jones. "Kids want to come play for him. And he has a way of selling that. That is one skill, that recruiting skill, that is not a huge prerequisite for NFL coaches. One of his greatest values is in that area of putting the team together and getting great talent to come play for him there at Colorado." Sanders has been heavily rumored to take over the Cowboys' head coaching job, despite current coach Mike McCarthy still very much steering the ship at the moment. What direction the ship is heading is a different story altogether, with the Cowboys coming off their 5th loss at home and sitting in 3rd in the NFC East with a 3-7 record. Over in Boulder, Sanders and the Buffaloes control their own destiny with 2 weekends left in the regular season in their race for the Big 12 championship and a college football playoff bid. Colorado just landed top-ranked quarterback Julian Lewis, the number 2 overall high school prospect per ESPN, which could further cloud Sanders' already murky path to the pro leagues. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Deion Sanders? Leave your opinion in the comments.